Hello, everyone. This is your boy Stankzilla, aka Stankzilla, aka Braxton, if you want to call me that. And I am here with my uh, guy friend named Sir Mooseward, aka Brant,
Guy friend? Is that
aka
all we are?
Lord
Is that
Mooseward.
is that all we are?
I
Is
didn't want to
that
say boyfriend because that's a little presumptuous.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, this is
All right.
the Not So Perfect podcast for Thursday, March 9th, 2017. And today we have a few spicy topics, so some of them are not as spicy,
Not
but
really spicy. No, it's think like a chili that, like your mom made.
my mom makes really good chili, so
Does
maybe
she?
this
All
will be
right.
the best. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, so how have you been this week? I may ask.
I've been pretty good. Been gaming a bit. I picked up Pit People
Yeah, yeah, I saw
um
that.
from Behemoth, the guys who made Castle Crashers and all those good games, Alien Hominid. Um And yeah, I'm gonna be playing that tonight with a friend of mine. I also picked up Starbound because I was like, well, I enjoyed Stardew Valley, so I might as well play the other Star game.
The
Um,
other star game.
yeah, yeah. And then I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege with Stank and friends. So yeah, I've been gaming quite a bit in my own little world here. So
Your
how are
own
you?
little
How are you?
slice of life. I've been pretty good. I've been playing some playing a lot of Xbox more often than I probably should have been. But I've been playing. Or last weekend there was a free weekend of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which I played too much of. I kind of glitched it, or maybe they just had it on Monday as well for some reason. So I played that like Saturday, Sunday, Monday for
Alright.
quite a lot of time.
And now you're sad that it's gone.
I'm very sad. It was very fun. I
How
didn't.
much is it right now? Is it still
It's
60?
$60, and I'm pissed about it
Jesus.
because it's like a year or so old now. So
Some of
I
those
don't remember
games,
actually.
like I get that they're really good, but after a year of being out, they're still like 60, $50. Like what? Like
Yeah, it's
uh
bad time.
GTA 5 I think is still like $60 on Steam. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
So yeah, I played that. I didn't get too far into the story because I was too worried about, or too preoccupied, I should say, with doing the whole training aspect in which you can get a teacher or an instructor, and they will teach you all their moves. Well, not all their moves, but a few of their moves, and you can do these tests. And I got through all of those, and those were really fun. They're really difficult at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's really, really fun. I played it as a Namekian. If you don't know what
yep.
Namekians are, they're just green dudes. They can like stretch their arms out and shit, I guess.
Yeah.
And if you like cut off their arms, they'll regenerate. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, his name was Pringus. He was
Prangus, classic name.
Yeah, he was the best. He specialized in the martial arts aspect of just beating the shit out of people all the time.
Of course, always good to just pick the straight up beating the shit out of people
Yeah.
tactic.
I did fuck myself over kind of because I wasn't paying attention to the key aspect, which is KI obviously.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the ability to do all of your moves, like your special moves. And I picked a special ultimate move which requires 5 bars of key or 500 key, and I for the most part only had 4 for a long time, so I could never do it, but it was like the best melee ultimate in the game, and
Okay.
it's called Dragon Punch. It's pretty much the greatest thing that you've ever seen. If you can land it, it's really hard to land it because it leaves you open for a long time. And yeah, so it would basically almost one hit kill a lot of the characters that you'd fight.
Wow.
But
That's
yeah, so
pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
played that, and I played a lot of Rainbow Six Siege on PC and on the Xbox as well.
Have you been going back and forth between the two?
Yeah,
Like,
it's. I mean, not so much on Xbox. I
okay,
played a bit like yesterday
okay,
on Xbox earlier in the day, and then
and then you came on later and you
yeah,
were
and
like,
then I
yeah,
played
I'll play one.
PC.
All right.
Um, it's really hard to go between them sometimes because I'm like the fucking worst on Xbox, and I'm decent at PC. So it's like it really makes me feel good to
Yeah,
play the PC version at the end of the day.
I don't know. I like the game with the mouse controls. I feel like a lot of it relies on that precision
Yeah.
of just,
I had a dumb shit friend. I mean, like, no offense to him. Obviously, I like the guy. Shout out to Fusion Exile on Xbox. He,
that dumb
his
shit guy on Xbox.
his heart's in the right place, but he said that PC controls or like at least a mouse, like aiming with a mouse, is really weird and stupid, and it's bad. And I was like, okay, well, you're just fundamentally incorrect, but just keep on
Yeah.
doing you and playing shit ass Xbox.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know. I guess if you're used to console, and you're really good at like the sticks, I can understand why you'd maybe think that, but at the same time, you just point and shoot. That's
yeah,
what the mouse is. It's basically like you're actually like aiming at somebody as accurately as you possibly can in real life. So I don't know. People
yeah.
are
It's
people are silly.
and then as well as playing the Dragon Ball game, I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Super on Crunchyroll.com. Not sponsored, but I
Yeah,
would
we are not
totally be
sponsored.
down.
We
I
don't have a code.
recently got in a premium account for the 14-day trial.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's fucking stupid, and I couldn't get the 30-day that I wanted because I had to do a whole bunch of hop, skipping, and jumping through hoops because you can't just use your
and,
credit
and
card for some dumb reason. You got to use
and you
PayPal.
want to be sponsored by them, but you called it fucking stupid.
Well, the service is great. It's just
Yeah.
dumb shit. Like you can't pay with a credit card for some reason right now. Like it was broken.
No, okay.
Anyways, I've been watching a lot of that. I've got a bunch of stuff queued up to watch later.
Okay.
I've got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, obviously.
Nice.
Uh, Umaru.
Okay.
If you never heard of that, it's. I mean, it's not like an action anime like I usually like, but it's a really fun and dare I say cute anime. It's this
Okay.
girl that it's like she acts like a child all the time.
Yeah.
Like she's like a really good student. She does all her work. She's got straight A's, but then when she gets home, she turns into this little fucking monster woman. And she just drinks cola all day and
Yeah.
eats garbage and plays video games and like reads manga all day. It's really like if you're not into anime, then this sounds really weird and I'm a freak of
Yeah.
nature. But if you watch it, it's a pretty good watch. I've also been or I've got Cowboy Bebop also on the queue, and something that I'm forgetting. But I've also been reading this one horror manga from Crunchyroll Manga, which is really
Yeah.
good. I can't explain it. It's called Fort or Apocalypse Fort or Fort Apocalypse or something. It's a good read.
Okay.
Them
All right.
them Japanese people are really good at making their horror uh,
Japanese horror is
books.
great.
They're really good at
Yeah.
movies and their manga and everything. Anyways, enough with that fucking weeb shit. We've got some spicy stories. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Let's less weeb shit.
let's get right into the stories.
All right.
That was some Keemstar. Anyways, so we got Nintendo. They won a quote unquote groundbreaking mod chip court case. Nintendo was awarded around $9.5 million in a court case against a mod chip seller.
Okay.
So, um, Nintendo has won what it is described as a groundbreaking copyright case against a large scale seller of mod chips, flash carts, and game copiers like Sky
Okay.
3DS and Gateway 3DS.
Okay.
Basically, it's just bootleg shit, and they're
Yeah.
cracking down on it finally.
Finally, they're cracking down on bootleg shit because you know how many fucking Nintendo games have been bootlegs and just terrible and like shovelware. It's just
It's I don't even
uh
think this is like one of those. I think this is like legit shit. Like they're just like straight up copying and selling the games for
oh
free.
really?
Yeah, it
Really?
says the Japanese publisher was awarded around nine $9.5 million US by a Canadian federal court,
Okay.
reaffirming that the distribution of these circumvention devices is illegal. So basically, um, you would put a chip or something like a computer chip onto one of your DS devices,
Yeah.
and you would be able to. It would allow users to illegally download Nintendo games.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
basically, you just plug it in, and then it's like you get every single video game you want for free, and it's
I feel like
pretty
that court
fucked.
I feel like that court case like was probably pretty, you know, shut right away.
Yeah,
Like that seems
you'd think,
yeah.
but I, you
Yeah.
know, it probably was pretty fast. But
Are y- are you surprised at how in other Nintendo news, are you surprised how well the Switch has done? You
in a
personally,
way,
are you surprised?
I'm not, but a little bit I am because like like me as a person who has a computer and has an Xbox,
Yeah.
the Xbox really doesn't matter, I suppose, but like just I don't understand Nintendo consoles besides their handhelds. Like why would you ever pay like $300 for like a console that's a handheld? I
I
don't
mean,
understand it really.
since it's a hybrid, maybe people are like thinking, all right, well, we got the handheld, but we can also put this on our TV whenever. Like, it's not like the 3DS where it has to be on the 3DS. I mean, unless you mod the hell out of it. Um, but like having the option to be, all right, well, I'll go and bring this with me. Uh, or, hey, I'm going to hook this up to the TV real quick. I feel like that's what they were think about how you can move your PC and you can kind of hook it up to a TV, but you have to bring your whole fucking PC there.
Yeah.
Like having the Switch and being able to move that wherever, um, I feel is one of the highest selling points of it. It's fucking impossible to find one right now,
Yeah,
and it makes
because
me really
they
upset.
undersold because they thought
And that's
they were like, "Oh, this will be a good idea. Let's undersell so they think that it's doing well, even though it already had like a
well,
million pre-orders."
part of it is they also want to see how well it does because if they compare it to the Wii U didn't sell this much at all.
I
So
feel like
I'm
at the beginning of it, it was pretty good, like a
you'd be
pretty good spike, but I don't know. Because I remember
I,
they had a shortage for a bit of Wii
there
U's.
was a shortage a little bit, and then it just dropped completely. Like the 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 fucking graph just went down. Um, so I know that they've sold more. They're pretty on par with how the Wii was selling. So I'm very interested to see, how that's gonna go exactly. I'm excited to get one if I ever fucking get one. Because I looked at a couple of places yesterday, and the guy at GameStop was like, "You should check fucking ShopGo," and I was like, "All right." So I went over to the ShopGo, and they were like, "Yeah, no," and I was like, "Fuck." So
Oh,
I'm looking
you
forward to
exclaimed the F word in the middle of a
no,
Shopko?
no.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, the next shipment for GameStop is due the 13th. Um, so if you are looking forward to Nintendo Switches, I would suggest going there the 13th/14th. I'm not sure if they're going to be selling them on the 13th, but the guy was like, "Hey, yo, we're gonna have Nintendo Switches on, you know,
I wonder if he
the
gave that
13th."
information only to you, or maybe he's
Uh,
giving that to everyone, and it's going to be a mad
it,
dash again.
it didn't look like it. It looked like he was giving it to everybody because um,
Shit.
there was like a stack of paper of like how they're gonna be selling. Apparently, they're selling in Zelda for this next one. I'm assuming they're also gonna have that's a GameStop only thing. But at like other stores, I'm sure they're just gonna have like, here's the console without everything. So if you're looking for Zelda and the Switch at the same time, then probably go to GameStop first. And then if you're just looking for the console, just go to like Shopko or Target or Toys R Us or something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty interesting shit going on these days with
What
video game
else?
consoles.
What else you got?
Um, this'll be nice for all 7 people that still play No Man's Sky, but apparently, uh, they are adding in Pathfinder vehicle. Like they're adding an update that will include a vehicle called the Pathfinder, and that's about all you really need to know. It introduces a new vehicle that will aid home planet exploration, building on the Foundation update to hint at a path ahead for the future, quote unquote.
Now, all right. I'm gonna say something that might be surprising.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, No Man's Sky is bad, but I I kind of it's appreciative from my standpoint, but at least they're still working on it.
Yeah,
Like
they haven't just dumped it.
it's not like some of those games where like the hype came, people were like, "Yeah, let's fucking play it," and then the developer just stopped when people were like not interested. At least they're still adding stuff and they still want to do well. Obviously, it's not going to do well because half the player base died. More
Literally.
than half
They
the
all
player
just
base died.
died.
Yeah, they all just died. It was horrible.
They played the game and died of boredom.
Exactly. But at least they're still trying with it. And I'm again, I don't find the game that interesting. It's not my kind of thing. It's not a lot of people's kind of thing right now. But the fact that they're still like, hey, here's an update. We're adding a new vehicle. We're adding this. Try it again. I, you know, it's nice of them to do that. Honestly,
Yeah, it's
it's
good little nod to their people that actually paid for the game and didn't
yeah,
refund it immediately.
exactly. Like the people that are still playing it, they're still supporting. And I feel like that's a good thing of them to do. Like they could just easily just drop the whole project and probably have as much money as they do right now. Um, and they don't have to put any manpower towards it, and they can work on it. But
They work
the
on No
fact
Man's Sky
is,
2.
yeah, no, not No Man's Sky 2.
Darn it.
But come on,
I
man.
was looking
Like,
forward to it.
if you put No Man's Sky as the sub or as the title, as the main title, and then have like a 2 next to it, nobody's gonna play it because it has No Man's Sky in the title. You might as well just call it 2.
Might as well just
Um,
say no Two Man Sky.
all right.
Say no
Anyway,
Two Man
or
Sky.
No Men's Sky, 'cause it's
Oh.
multiple. Um, but I it's very nice to see the actually adding more shit, especially when they're like, hey, we're gonna be continue adding shit in the future. Like that's what this update was about, apparently. And that's that's cool that they're doing that. You know,
Pretty
it's
cool.
yeah, it's pretty nice of them.
In other more exciting news, though,
It's true.
the GTX 1080 Ti graphics cards have been revealed, and this coming out has drastically reduced the price of GTX 1080s. I think you can pick one up for now around 600, if not 500 something. So that's pretty good for like a high end
Yeah.
graphics card. I mean, that's about as much as my computer costs right
Yeah.
now,
Like that
but
is 2/3 the price of what my computer cost. My computer was almost $1,000.
my
And
computer is like $600, $700.
yeah, mine was like a grand, a little over $1,000. And the fact that the graphics card almost costs like half, or actually it cost more than half of what my computer costed is just fucking ridiculous. But, you know, at least the price went down, you know.
Yeah, so they've got, the EVGA card, they've got the Asus cards, they've got the PGF card, the MSI cards,
Hmm.
all of them. But I will leave a link in the description for this story in particular, to see all of the pretty cards because they look very nice. All of them do. Graphics cards are like very pretty things. If I had like all the money in the world, I would buy them. But being poor is fun. Uh, but yeah, so my computer itself only costs about 600 because I went with very budget computer. So
Yeah.
like I've got like an i5
Okay.
processor and like
All right.
960
That's a pretty
graphics
good one.
card.
Yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, enough of my pleb computer,
Dude,
and
it's
we'll get
it's fine.
right in with the new scoop, and that is Quake Champions. So they have closed beta signups, which I think I might as well put the uh, the link for that in the description as well. But they also put out some trailers, the closed beta announcement trailer, and I think a few other ones. They had one. They showed off one of the champions that's in the game. Um, but yeah, id Software, you know them as the
Yep.
Doom people and other video games.
And other video game.
Oh
Yep.
man, yeah. But it looks like it's gonna be a very fun game. It looks very Doom esque because obviously they're using the same engine, I assume.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna be really fucking fun. If
Yeah.
you've ever played the Doom multiplayer, it's a blast and a half.
So what you were saying when you described this to me, this was it does seem like kind of a, you know, class based kind of a
Yeah,
thing.
in a way, it's got like because obviously it's called Quake Champions,
Yep.
and you get to choose a champion, and I assume they have abilities. Like the
Okay.
one that the video they put up on YouTube, I think it was a woman that can like go invisible or something for a
Okay.
short period of time, and I don't know anything else. I haven't
Oh yeah.
really,
Okay, I see her. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen um every single character yet because they haven't announced them all.
You know,
But
I have a feeling they're just gonna make fucking class-based shooters. That seems to be the genre that people are going right now.
yeah, well, with the
Like
success
ever since
of
Overwatch came out.
Overwatch
Uh,
and the classic Team Fortress 2, as well as the classic Paladins. That's
yeah,
everyone loves that game. I
yeah.
think they're around 6 million players now, which is
Oh well, that's
on
good.
Steam at least. I think
That's good. That's
so.
good
It's
for Paladins. I'm
yeah.
proud of that game that I played a couple of times.
You played like twice and then gave up. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I'm
whatever.
down anytime you're down, but you're never down, so I
I
don't know what to
it's
tell you.
you know I yeah I have other games that I want to play. You
Oh
know.
yeah, I bet. Okay.
Yeah. Um. But speaking of good games, um,
I don't know about that.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. You can shut your horn. Um, Zelda Breath of the Wild had some controversy this past week. Um, Not necessarily from that game itself, but from some people were a little bit salty about the good reviews that it was getting. It started on, I believe,
Unbelievable.
Metacritic.
People getting mad over a video game?
I know, right? People don't get mad over video games. But on Metacritic, there is obviously the option to do, your own review of the game, which is separate from the critic review. Well, people decided because the reviews for the game were really good, in fact, phenomenal, and even the user
Stop
reviews.
sucking the dick for a second.
I'm sucking the dick because I need to explain this. And the user reviews were also like really good. A bunch of people were like, "Well, these were paid reviews," and there's a bunch of people that like brigaded the user review section and just put a 0, and most of them have never even played the game, and they're only doing it because they're like, "Oh, you got really good reviews." So,
Yeah,
and
I think it's justified, honestly.
well, no, another game that happened to was Overwatch.
Yeah, that game's bad. A 0 out of 10.
Overwatch is hang on, I'm gonna look up their Metacritic score. I believe it was a 6.7. Um, let me just double check
If it's a
that.
6.7, that's unbelievable, honestly.
It's got a 91% critic review.
Okay.
And yep, the user score is 6.7
Percent or out of 10?
Well, it's the 6.7 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, that's fucking. People are silly sometimes.
So, and the reason is because it was really good at the start. And then obviously people were like, I hate this game, I've never played it, but I hate all the hype, and it's a lot of, people just being bitter and being salty about the game. And there was a couple other games that were like really good games, but their user score was like so low. Like I forget what game had there was a game that had like a 3.5 and their Metacritic score was like a 92 or something like that. And it makes you wonder like how far people will go just to be like, this game's getting too much hype, we gotta make the hype a lot smaller and stuff like that. It's like
that only adds to the hype though, because then you get all these stories like, oh, they're getting
that's
brigaded
true.
by bad reviews.
That's true. And
Kind
it's
of
like
counterproductive.
it's amazing. And like everybody who's played the game, like the majority of people, like 90% of the people have said this game's amazing. And then there's those people that are like that have never played it and are like, well, those people think it's amazing, so I have to kind of like balance out the review. It's like, no, you don't do that. Like, but then again, people are fighting back and putting just 10s across the board in order to fight that. So I'm gonna actually look at the Breath of the Wild, Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Oh, Zelada. I can't spell Zelda.
Zenyatta, yeah. Zenyatta, Breath of the Iris.
Yeah. Okay. It found it.
Nice one.
Yeah. So it has Zelda Breath of the Wild has a 98 Metascore. Sorry, Nintendo Switch, stop putting an ad there. It has a 98 critic score based on 75 critics. The user score was at like 6 point something, but because of people fighting back, it made it a 7.7. But I just noticed this review. This is one review just posted today. And I'm assuming this is just all completely bullshit. Absolutely boring open world, bad graphics and textures, frankly, low resolution. I understand this is Nintendo, but now is the year 2017, not 2005. Dialogues are only text without voice acting, which completely ruins the immersion in the game. Very, very banal story. I bet,
Banal? What does
yeah,
that
I
mean?
bet 0 because many people mold the game to the top 10, which it clearly does not deserve. Maximum of 6, 6.5. So he gave a 0.
Yeah.
At the end, he said a maximum 6. What?
I
Like,
I don't know.
does that,
He's
is that, what? Did you just
very angry
wanted to give it a
voice.
6.5, but you gave it a 0?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, I'm not gonna go on all this like stupid like on the website and be like, "Oh, this game sucks dick." I don't, but like, I don't know what it is with me, but I generally hate hype as well. Like, I will
Yeah,
hop on the hype train the hardest of cores if I
yeah,
really care about a game. But if I don't give like a half of a shit, I just hate everyone that talks about it.
yeah.
Like, I mean, not really, obviously, but like, I just hate hearing about. Like, for the longest time, I really hated hearing about Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and
Yeah,
like other Zelda games because I just don't play them. I don't give a fuck about them.
yeah,
Like, cool that you like this game, but like, I just don't give a shit. Okay?
yeah, and like, but you're on that level of you don't give a shit, but you're not going to go out of your way to be like this game's fucking awful. You don't
Yeah.
care.
And
Like,
like in other movies that like I just don't care about, that everyone's like, oh, there's such a great, amazing, fucking, oh, 10 out of 10 movie. I'm just like, dude, it's probably like an 8, if that. So just calm
you know,
down.
and see that is the thing with Zelda right now. Obviously, there was a lot of hype going into it. So a lot of these scores are probably like 1 or 2 pegs higher. So it probably does deserve like an 8.5, or like an 8. Um, but some of these people just they want it to have a bad score because
Just
they're
to
bitter.
justify themselves not buying the game.
Yeah.
That's
And
basically what I do. I try to justify myself to not buy things so I don't, feel bad about missing out on the experience.
but then again, like, I completely understand not everybody's gonna it's a very unique it's different than some of like the other open world games, um or just adventure games in general. um and I guess, just don't stop being a bitch, people.
Yeah.
Like, on both sides. Like, if you're gonna give it a 10, justify giving it a 10. If you're gonna give it a 0, please, for the love of God, justify giving it a 0. Like, don't be that asshole that's like, "Oh, I give it a 0 because the Nintendo fan." It's like, but did you play the game? And they're like, no. Didn't
What's a game? What's a video game? I
exactly.
don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, enough about my Zelda sucking dick. What else? What else you got?
So, um, the the Devolver digital sale in humblebundle.com. You can get Hotline Miami, Ollie Ollie, which is a pretty cool fucking game if
I
you've
do
never
have
heard
that
of it.
game and it's fucking great.
Yeah, and Titan Souls and Not a Hero for less than. Oh yeah, and Not a Hero. I thought that was also the title, but you can get them all less than $10.
Hang on, I need to look at this bundle.
Yeah, if you've
Um,
never played Hotline Miami, it is a very beautiful video game.
which bundle is this? Hang on,
The
I'm trying to
Devolver
find the
Digital
bundle.
Sale. I think you have to go to the Humble store, and then it's in there somewhere.
I got the jumbo bundle.
I will go to the Devolver Digital Week, and I will
There's
send you
the Arma bundle.
send you
You're gonna
a
send me the link here.
link.
I'm curious as to what's all because
Uh,
they are a great company, um, and I might pick it up because I did buy the humble bundle that they did a little while back. It was the one that was like $30 for like almost 100 games. Like, and it's all good indie games. Like, I was just fucking flabbergasted. All
Oh,
right, what do we
whoa,
got?
Devolver, they did Gungeon too? I didn't
Yep.
know that.
Oh, they do a lot of good games.
Yeah,
Um,
they have Serious Sam.
the Talos Principle, like that's a great fucking game.
Yeah, okay.
Ali Ali. They have Headful Boyfriend, the pigeon or the bird dating simulator.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, Summer of Dove Collector's Edition.
Wow.
It was for
Serious Sam,
$3.
classic games. Um,
Yeah, a lot of these are very, very cheap games.
yeah, yeah.
I played it.
Uh,
Have you ever played Enter the Gungeon?
yes, I have a little
It's
bit. Yeah.
the fucking hardest of all time.
Genital Jousting is on sale.
Like I
Um,
would contend that Enter the Gungeon is harder than Dark Souls, honestly. Like Dark Souls,
yeah,
I can play that.
yeah,
Enter
yeah.
the Gungeon is fucking impossible for me. I had to uninstall it. It pissed me off. It's a
But
good game. I love the
yeah.
art style. Everything's a bullet. Everything's like gun related. It's great. But like it's just fucking hard.
Speaking of another good game that they have on sale for $2, Heavy Bullets. Uh, it's a lesser known first person shooter, but you have like two bullets and you have to keep like picking them back up and then
Oh, okay.
reloading them. But it's like kind of a strategy kind of thing. It's a
Mm.
really unique game, and it has like really weird graphics. It has like three colors in it, which
Oh,
are
nice.
pink, aqua, and black. Those are the. It's got a really limited color scheme, um, and yeah. I just looked at popular games today, by the way, on the
Ooh,
Humble Store.
Northern Lion
Yeah.
has a video on
Popular
this.
games today. No Man's Skies, apparently. I
Yeah, I see that
sure.
too.
Um,
It's only $36.
yeah. But yeah, if you're looking for Devolver Digital games, Hotline Miami
Broforce,
2,
Shadow Warrior 2 is on there for
Broforce, Shadow Warrior is
$30.
great. This is fucking good, dude.
Very good video games. Very good. Very
Thanks.
good.
You're a good video game.
No, I'm not. Anyways,
What else we got?
I don't. I don't really got very much more. I
I
mean,
I got one more small thing. If you're a
yeah.
fan of internet memes,
Oh, I don't know
um,
about those.
there's you know the ASDF movie series.
Oh yeah.
ASDF movie 10 is currently being worked on and should be done hopefully soon. But it is being worked on, so it is going to be, and I'm very excited to laugh at really random humor, um, and feel like I'm in 2007 again. So, because that's when the hype of random humor was. So,
Yeah, I have a video that's all about 2010 and it's fucking horrible memes. It's like
yeah,
honestly the worst video of all time, but it's
yeah.
also like the greatest at the same time.
Um, but did you have another thing?
Mm, no, I suppose not. I
All right.
mean, I just wanted to comment back on the Nintendo Switch stuff.
Okay. All right. What do
Like
you got?
I've been watching the Gameu Grumpoos play a bit of the Breath of the Wild, and it doesn't look like any of the other Zelda games that I've ever seen or at least
Yeah.
played. I've played like maybe an hour max of Ocarina of Time,
Okay.
and so it looks really fun. It looks kind of just like a normal RPG. Like you can go buy things and you can sell
What's
things, and
What's really interesting is uh you've gotten how far into Ocarina of Time roughly?
uh, I have to go talk to. Like I have to go into the Lost Woods or whatever, I think, and I keep
Okay.
getting fucking stuck in there, and it's pissing me off.
Anyway,
Like
that's like the
I talked to
beginning
the
of the
big
game.
owl dude.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. Um so what's interesting is like with that game, every dungeon you make it to, you get an item. You use that item to solve the dungeon, and then usually the final boss will have something with that item. This game kind of goes back to the original Zelda, where it throws you out in the world and says, "Go find some shit to do," which is completely unlike any of these Zelda games that we've had in the past like 10 years. Um and I know they threw out like a lot of stuff that you'd be expecting, and like all the items and shit, they break. They break over time. It's like
Yeah, I saw that. I saw like because in like in Ocarina of Time at least, like you get like the one or two swords right, and you just use those the entire game.
yeah,
Correct? Yeah, I saw that you can like there's multiple swords you can use, multiple shields, multiple like all this shit, and it's really cool. Like it's reminding me of like Zelda, but if it was Skyrim, or
exactly. And
Skyrim if it
that's a
was
lot
Zelda.
of that's a lot of what people have been comparing it to.
Because
Um
like there was this one thing apparently you can hunt, and if you kill like a caribou or whatever the fuck it is, you get a certain type of meat, and you can cook that meat, and then you can sell it for like a whole lot of money. So like I feel like that's a good aspect of like RPG that I really enjoy. I mean,
yeah.
obviously I'm not going to spend 300 goddamn dollars to play the damn game,
Yeah.
but I was thinking maybe despite the hardware issues, if the Wii U is like cheap as fuck, I might have to go pick one up and
And
play
pick up Breath of the Wild. Yeah,
Breath
it's
of the Child.
yeah, that's all right. That's a little bit weird, but yeah, no, I'm really excited for it. I was almost gonna buy it yesterday, even though I don't have a Switch, because I just wanted to lick the cartridge. Because I feel like you have to do that, by the way.
No, I feel
I
like you
feel
should
like
not do that ever.
no, I feel like because everybody else does it, you have to like support
You gonna
like
jump over a bridge if your friends tell you to?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're just incorrect then. I don't know what you're talking about.
Um but no, like I just feel like, I gotta lick I gotta have ownership. Um at
Kind of like a
least of
child,
Breath of
and
the Wild.
you gotta lick it just so no one else plays it.
Exactly. It's and just imagine all the used games at GameStop that are going to be already licked. Um that's going to be kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be something else. So, um well, since we have nothing else, might as well remind people, those who are watching and those who stumble across the podcast, we have a charity live stream 2 days from now. So that is March 11th and March 12th. We are doing like a 24-hour stream where we are donating to the ADAA, which is the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. They're a really good organization that helps try and benefit those who are suffering from depression and anxiety, people who are having maybe suicidal thoughts, all that sort of thing. And they're a really good organization. I'm gonna be streaming. Stank's gonna be streaming stuff, and then we get two more people who are gonna be streaming some stuff. And
Nicholas
it's
and Tom.
yeah, my friend Nick and my friend Tom are going to be streaming games. Tom's gonna be streaming some scary shit. Nick's gonna be streaming some multiplayer shit. Stank's probably gonna be streaming some multiplayer stuff.
And
Um,
multiplayer, gonna be doing a Microsoft Paint
yeah,
request live stream.
he's gonna be doing some paint, which is it's always fun to see him paint stuff on Microsoft Paint. Um, because and if you donate, maybe he'll do like a special commission. I don't know. Or maybe he'll like actually send you the the file or something. We'll figure something out. But yeah, it's just try and donate and try and show up, hang out, and have a party. Might as well have a good time. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for watching. How about you do the outro this week?
All right. See you later, fuckers.
Okay.
Was that
Well.
was that good?
Yep. Yeah, okay. Bye.
All right.